Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. This is Like It Raw. I was going to like, y'all. I can't talk this morning. Like It Raw, your Monday Night Raw review show here at HMG, folks. And we got some news to talk about today regarding this show and more. But if you don't know who I am the pundit of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray here to stay to talk some lucha libre today. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not alone. I'm joined by my brother from down under, the kick-ass kangaroo himself. He is the man from Melbourne. It is Jimmy T from the PWC. Good morning, sir. How are you, my friend?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm hot and sweaty, but man, other than that, yeah, I know it's like that. Other than that, I'm good, man. I'm cool. I'm ready to go. But I feel very raw, to be honest, today.
Why do you feel raw?
Because it's hot, man. I'm done. I'm waiting for this friggin' summer to go away, bro. Like you want winter to go away.
This guy's dying over here, and I'm freezing. I woke up with a sore throat for no reason. Jesus, sucks. Oh well, what do you do, bro?
What do you do, man? That's it. Just hurry up and end.
What do you do? I actually just when was it? The other night, not last night, the night before, bro. I'm walking home. It's snowing again. And I just turn on my phone. I never really do this. And I was just like begging the winter to go away.
Damn.
It made me so sad. It made me so sad.
No? It made me so sad.
But yeah, buddy. What's going on? How you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, man. I'm all right, man. I mean, I can't complain, I guess. Just everything is cool other than the summer, bro. Other than that, I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm ready to boogie, man. Everything's good.
Ready to boogie. All right. That's ready to boogie.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to, excuse me. I may cough. I'm not going to hit the mute button every single time. So it is what it is because that's too annoying to do. So, yeah, man. Listen, there's a lot of Raw to talk, but I don't know if we should wait. Maybe we should wait towards the end of the show to just remind the people what's going to happen in the next few weeks regarding I Like It Raw. But with that being said, dude, again, me and Jimmy like to catch up real quick. We were talking about the off air. We're talking about the new camera, maybe. What camera are you using now?
Damn, I forgot what it's called, to be honest. But it's just it's like $100 one, bro. Maybe a bit more than that. It's nothing fancy. I don't really like it, to be honest. Personally, it's better than a lot of crappy ones, but I don't like how it whitewashes you a bit. Right now, it's not as whitewashed because of StreamYard. I was playing around with the settings. Other than that, I can't do shit with it, man. There's no settings to fuck around with, there's no app, there's no nothing like that. So that's kind of annoying, man, because it makes me look a lot whiter than I actually am.
I was telling Jimmy, for all you podcasters out there or people that are looking to podcast, what is going on? Why is this not working?
What's wrong?
I can't type. Okay, now
that happens to me sometimes, actually, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, man, there's something been going on with the internets. But I'm gonna show you guys. So for you guys looking to podcast or looking for a good budget camera, right? There's this camera I found. It's called the YOLO Cam. This one right here. Let me just bring it up. This camera for $200, you're getting the same quality that you would get. I'm gonna turn the music down. But you're getting the same quality. So you shut up with the music. You're getting the same quality. And we're not sponsored by this. It's just I've done so much research. And this camera is freaking amazing, dude. Look at this. It has a little magnet. You could put it landscape. You could put it upright. Has like the little gimmick on it. And the truth is, I've seen this camera measured up against $5,000 cameras. And it's like similar or best, like the best quality. Now, I'm using an iPhone.
Right.
I'm using my old iPhone 13 Pro Max as a camera, and it's pretty cool, man. But I'm telling you, bro, that might be the way to go, man. $200, and it's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I got to look into it. But unfortunately for me, it's double the price. So if it's $200 for you, it's $400 for me. That's kind of sucks, but that's what happens when the dollar sucks down here, unfortunately, right now, dude. So it is what it is. Yeah.
Dollar sucks everywhere. Hey, speaking of things that don't suck, so, my 50th is coming up. My 50th birthday is coming up March 15th.
Oh,
And
wow.
my wife has, even though I've known already, I've had the idea. My wife has officially spilled the beans. She is taking me to my homeland of Puerto Rico for a week. And I'm going to meet her father.
You have never met him before?
No, he's a little too sick to travel to the United States.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
But he stays in. No, he's fine. It's just that he can't really travel. But she hasn't seen him in a long time either. And I'm looking forward to this, bro. I told you I've never been to Puerto Rico, right?
Right, yeah, you did. You told me that last week, I think it was. We were talking off the air.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I've been everywhere. I've been to other places. I've been to other countries. But for some reason, I've never had the opportunity to go to my own home country. And Bad Bunny will not hump me. Frank speak over our ass. I will not allow him to. I will punch him on his penis. He'll probably like it. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'll be going away, and again, ladies and gentlemen, it's towards the end of the show, we'll tell you exactly what's. If you don't know what's been going on with this show and other shows, we're gonna be doing it's gonna be a whole kind of mix up and shake up. So just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And I just want to say hi to some people really quickly, if that's all right with you, Jimmy.
No, please go for it.
We got Michael Vasquez is here. Frank's Pickleboro ass. We have RBV who's here. He says good morning, Hamin Army. J12 is here saying what's up to HMG fam. Kenny F. Powers is here. Dan Heffron is here. We have the artist who's finally returned. I think, am I going to freaking sneeze? Oh, God, dude, I hope I'm not coming down with anything.
He's gonna. Yeah.
But, dude, man, excited to go to Puerto Rico. Excited to get out of this freaking cold weather. The snow has not melted yet. And apparently it's going to snow again.
Wow. I mean, shit. I'll do anything to trade the heat for the snow right now. Put it that way.
That's what you say, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Snow sucks. Right, chat? People who actually live in snowy. Anyway, sucks, bro. I don't like it. No me gusta.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of Bad Bunny, he's going to be here, actually, in like a week.
Yeah, he has a concert, right? Melbourne.
Yeah, in Sydney, actually, he's going first, and then Melbourne, yeah. So I'm not going to go, but it's interesting to see if
you're going. I know you're going.
Come on, man. He's not that bad, bro. Come on now.
He's terrible. I rewatched out of curiosity his match with
Priest?
Damian Priest.
Best entrance ever, bro. That Bad Bunny entrance was hard, dude.
Gotta tell you, brother. As far as wrestling, he's much better wrestling than his whatever the hell, reggaetonist or whatever they call him.
Well, I don't know if you know this about Bad Bunny, but his actual dream is not to do what he's doing now. His dream was actually to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah, I know.
So that's legit.
Well, growing up in the island of Puerto Rico with the great Carlos Colon, World Wrestling Council, wrestling was hot, bro. Wrestling was hot. TNT. You remember TNT? Savio Vega. Hercules Ayala, Cheeky Star. I'm just giving you names
Cheeky
off
Star.
the top.
Yeah. I don't remember Cheeky Star.
Oh, brother, let me tell you something, man. The Puerto Rican wrestling scene in the 80s, 70s, it was crazy, man. It was great. They had some really great wrestlers, so good times. Good times, Jimmy. But listen, dude, we got some stuff to talk about. Bunch of news here, and anything that's not super important, we'll probably. Hey, what's up, Hammer? Hammer's here.
Hey,
we're just gonna jump into some quick news bites, and then we'll jump into some Monday Night Raw. So, Jimmy, let me just tell where the monkeys in the truck. I need them to hit the news gimmick. Are they here? They're here.
What?
The news gimmick. Oh, here it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some pro wrestling news. All right, Jimmy. Hey, for those that don't know, Jimmy T and Brandon, you guys are doing a JCW Juggalo Championship Wrestling review show, and if you guys haven't seen it, it's scary.
I guess I'm a freaking juggler now, right? Right. You can thank RBV for that one, man.
Yeah, RBV's he's really stepped up the production game. Shout out to Richard Bronson Vickery It's nice to see someone else doing production.
Yeah, no, he's been killing it lately. I must admit, man, he's been doing a lot of work for me and for us.
Doing it well, by the way.
He has, absolutely. That's what I was saying to him. I love it and hate it at the same time. Because first of all, I'm not a juggalo, all right? That's one thing.
Speaking of JCW, I was thinking, man, and just nothing like, I was just thinking about JCW, and I was like, and I don't mean to put over my buddy, who I love very much. I love Vito. I love Vito. Absolutely. I love Vince. I love them both. I love Vito more than Vince because I know Vito more than Vince, and he's my legit friend, and I care about him very deeply. But I was wondering, man, before Vito was even there, I'm not trying to shit on the product, but did you even remember? Did you even know that JCW was around, like existed still before Vito came?
Honestly, I know that JCW's been around for a long, long time, but I didn't know they had a show.
Right.
But, a fun fact, they're the longest standing independent company that's been around. They're the longest. No one's beat them in terms of years, 30 plus years, man. But no, I didn't realize they were around until, good old Vinny Roo took over and I found out they had a show.
It's just crazy, man. And I just want to give props because not a lot of companies are smart enough to take somebody like a guy like Vito. And I'm not putting him over because he's my buddy, but this dude loves and has passion for the business. And I know this firsthand. And smart business people do smart business. And for years, how many times for years I've been saying, man, Vito should be on NXT as the Godfather to. He didn't even have to wrestle. As the Godfather to when they were doing the whole what's the name?
D'Angelo thing.
The D'Angelo family, the Stacks and all that stuff. That would have done great, man. But no, Vito's too old. Vito, and look at him now. Like, imagine if he was given a big stage like WWE or NXT, TNA.
Dude, it would have been awesome. And the thing is, I don't care what anyone says. 61 years old and looks like that.
Oh yeah, and he's legit.
Come on,
he's in great shape. Doesn't do gas. I'm telling you right now, he doesn't do gas. He's all natural. He eats super clean. He keeps his body like, well, of course, Noel takes care of him. He takes care of Noel. They take care of each other. But I just wanted to just say I'm so proud of V, and I'm so happy for him. I sent him a text the other day, and he FaceTimes me at the wrong time all the time. But I'm just, I just hope that they continue to be smart with the business and just continue to, ride that wave, because you have guys, and no shade on guys like Willie Mack, who this is gonna come out so terrible, but he was the fat guy that did flips, like a cruiserweight back in the day. Now he's just a fat guy, like
it's true. No, he's true. He's the big dude that does flips, man, no doubt.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just you have all these people that have been there forever. I'm assuming, and they haven't drawn a dime. And if you look at it, like from what I understand, the business has increased 500% since Vinny Roo and V have started, and then with Miss St. Clair, like this has been incredible.
Do you want to be honest with you?
Yeah, please.
I don't know what the fuck it is, and believe me, like a lot of the roster. Look, first of all, the clowns, the of Funstruction, the brothers of Funstruction, they're a great team. I just want to say that. And the fact that they're Italians, if you follow the storyline with Vita and what's going on with that, is hilarious, bro. So that, I got to put them over. Absolutely got to put them over. There's something to look out for in the future. But that is the easiest 2 hours of wrestling in the world right now to watch.
It's fun.
It's the pacing, man. You might not like a lot of these wrestling. A lot of them are, look, I don't want to call them friggin' like, trash, but like, there's a lot of guys that probably don't deserve a spot that others would, right? But Vito and Vince Russo's style, you cannot beat it, man.
No, it's good.
It's just the way it's the way the show is paced. It's very easy. Everything's fast. Everything's quickly. It moves along very quickly. And I kid you not, 2 hours just goes like that. Every time I watch a 2 hour show of Dynamite, I'm literally falling asleep nearly, dude.
I know. And it's based on trust and a good a professionalism. Vito and Vince, they trust each other and they
Right.
work well together. And I just again, man, I'm praying for Violent J, and I pray that he makes all the good. He's making some great business decisions, and I'm just very happy to see them all working together real well. And I just think that this product, and I'm not going to give all the credit to Vito, all the credit to Vince Russo, because Violent J is the guy that's running that company, so he's making some smart moves, keeping those guys and giving those guys all that TV time. So I just think it's a good, fun, entertaining alternative to, if you're tired of watching shit like Monday Night Raw or TNA or AEW, and you just want to have fun watching wrestling, with a little twist, man. I'm gonna put over, and nobody's making me do this. It's just been in my mind and my heart. Hey, man, just watch some JCW, and then, of course, check out the JCW, what was it, Insanity, is it called?
Insanity, your lunacy review show.
Yeah, I think I have the gimmick here. There it is. Boom.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice, huh? Dee did that. She did very well.
Well, Dee's pretty freaking talented.
She's good, man. Absolutely.
You're lucky. So, with that being said, Jimmy, let's jump into some news here. I'm going to run through some of these headlines because some of them suck. What do we got here? We got Pro Wrestling Observer says Brock Lesnar was originally planned to work LA Knight at WrestleMania 42, but plans have been shifted. Would you have been interested in LA Knight versus Brock Lesnar?
No.
Why? I'm gonna tell you.
Because I don't want to see LA Knight just get absolutely trampled on by Brock Lesnar, dude. Let's be real now.
That's what they would have done, right?
That's what they would have done, because how are you going to go any other way? Are you telling me you're going to give a 50-50 match with LA Knight with Brock?
No.
Come on.
It would have been a squash, and that would have been terrible. But I'm hoping, speaking of good business, that WWE is realizing that when this dude comes out, even to this day, and you're frozen, Jimmy.
I am?
I don't know you're frozen. Even with whatever's going on, let me tell you something, brother. You're not frozen now.
Okay, tell me if I am again, and I'll change something.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think you have to admit that LA Knight, that pop that he gets when he comes out is still, you're frozen, still prevalent, and it's not frozen anymore.
I want to change something.
Let me say, it is insane how popular this guy still is, and people, at first, people said, "Oh, it's probably like a Jimmy Uso thing," No, Jay Uso, whatever. It's another Bobby Roode. He'll be popular for a month. No, dude, this guy's been here now for a couple years, and he gets like the pop that he got tonight on Raw. I was like, holy! And by the way, this crowd tonight sucked, but we'll talk about that later.
That's an understatement, dude.
But yeah, dude. So LA Knight would have been squashed, and I think if they're doing good business, they'd be smart not to do that. Any other thoughts before we move on here?
No, that's about it. I mean, I don't want to see him get squashed like that. So I'm glad that match is not happening, and I don't even know why it was even on the cards, dude.
No, who knows? But there's footage making rounds of Seth Rollins training, so it looks like he may be back by WrestleMania 42. It says, for what it's worth here, the Hardy Boys told Metro UK, I don't know what the hell that is, they are in constant negotiations with WWE and plan to do some more stuff. Are you interested in seeing the Hardys do some more stuff with WWE?
I mean, sure, why not? I mean, I've already seen everything they've possibly ever done in WWE, but yeah, I can't hate on the Hardys, man. They're legends.
They are legends, man. Sometimes you gotta, just much like JCW,
right?
Whether you believe, look at Vito, he's a legend. Vince Russo,
he
legend.
is. Say what you want, man, but he's been in every major company.
Use your legends, folks. I just wanted to throw this up here. Kenny F. Power says LA Knight gets big pops, but what happens if they put the belt on him? Will he be opening the curtain for the second or third week, then go back to a main event? That's a good point, Jimmy. Why don't we go to that? What do you think? Are you talking about big? What is this? This you? I have actually done a remix with Bad Bunny's Booker T. Oh, Jesus.
I was talking to Jay because I saw he asked me about something. Like I've done it.
But LA Knight, man, if they put the belt on him, dude, what do you think, man? You think that's it? Like, I don't see that. Why would they
not pop for him if he got the belt?
Because I guess it's one of those things that, like Jey Uso, like they put the belt on him and all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, he's a champ now. He sucks.
No, yeah, look, he's not Jey Uso, put it that way. So I don't see why that's going to be an issue, man. I just don't see it.
Jay
I know
Uso-
I know what you're saying, Kenny, because you're saying it's like he's better, going, he's chasing the belt than becoming world champion. But I think the more he chases and doesn't win the championship, that's when the fans might actually start turning on him.
Yeah, but I don't see that with LA Knight, man. He's just his charisma, his character is so over, man.
It is. The only thing that can annoy me a little bit is when you start hearing Austin's voice or The Rock's kind of voice.
I'm over that.
I know it's nothing, but it can sometimes kind of annoy me, but it's no big deal though.
Listen, for people that say that, and I understand where you're coming from, but how long have we heard Hulk Hogan? Like
forever,
promos,
man, pretty much.
Right. Okay, and that was basically superstar Billy Graham mixed with Dusty Rhodes.
What, Hogan with Dusty Rhodes? I don't see the Dusty sort of part, but
Bro,
superstar, yeah.
Bro, you do know that Dusty Rhodes. Hold on, you do know that Dusty. Before we introduce our guest buddy here,
Dusty did what?
We do know that Dusty Rhodes took his gimmick from, or the way he speaks from Dusty Rhodes. Superstar Billy Graham took it from Dusty Rhodes, and Hulk Hogan stole Billy Graham and Dusty Rhodes from them. You know that, right?
Right, I get what you're saying, but he doesn't totally,
All right, enough.
Dusty. But anyway, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming into the ring, he weighs 911 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. He stands at 9 feet 11 tall. What does that say there, boy blunts?
Big boy blunts.
Big boy blunts. Not little boy. Yeah, pal. Not little boy. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your kids away, ladies and gentlemen. If he's hanging with Michael Jordan, it is the one, the only, the hacker, Ben Hamin. Ben, you are here. You are not queer, and I don't think you'll be disappearing anytime soon. Good to see you, brother. How are you doing? Let's just leave this. Cut it, monkeys in the truck. Good. Sorry.
I am a ready.
Yeah, man.
You a what?
I am a ready.
What does that even say?
A radio? What the fuck is
I
that?
am a ready. I am a ready. I am a ready.
What is that?
Mercedes Monet. She is a ready.
Is that what she says?
I am a ready. I am a ready.
Hey, Ben.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben. Did you ever notice? You know that the Spanish. What's the lady that does the announcing for Raw? The Spanish chick. What's her name?
Lillian Garcia.
Yeah.
I was telling Vet this the other day. If you listen to every time she does a championship match, she never says championship. She goes, "It's time for the WWE Championship." She never says the P.
No, she doesn't bring home the plosive. You gotta have good plosives, man.
She goes, "Championship." What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. Just finished up Raw review, SmackDown with Vince, and heavy show, my guys.
Oh.
Yeah, everything you and I talked about off camera yesterday, he gave the rundown today. So well, that's good instead of right.
Absolutely.
In a very vulnerable and honest way, without naming names, cutting throats. So, after that airs, I guess, we'll see where the chips fall. But it was good and good to be back with Vince, man. Good to be here with you guys.
I don't know if you listened to the last 10 minutes of the show, but I was just basically putting over I was putting over the smart business decision that Violent J has done by giving, guys like Vince Russo and Vito, good TV time. And I was putting over the product and saying how great it's been over the last couple of months.
400% increase in one quarter.
I heard 500%.
Well, it's in between that. But yeah.
I would say 500. Let's say 450 and call it even.
Sure.
And my thing was, and I was telling Jimmy that, you have a guy like Vito who I was begging, and the vet, we were begging NXT to get this guy to be like the godfather to the D'Angelo fan. Now look at them now. Disbanded group, everything's falling apart. They were all marks going back and forth with V. Just your thoughts on how smart Violent J was to actually, kind of kick over the trend kind of get past the whole, who's Vito ever beat? He's wearing a dress and shit like that, and utilizing this guy who has great character, who has charisma and passion for the business, and a guy like that Vince Russo is written for, who basically almost took out WWE. I mean, your thoughts on the rise of JCW and the good business acumen that a guy like Violent J has to use people like Vince Russo and Vito.
Yeah, I think he definitely wants the best for his company for 25 years, and to have that level of increase in one quarter. What other business can you say increases 400%, in viewership? So there's good momentum, no doubt, especially with a brand that's niche and has a community built in. But getting caught up in wrestling politics is where things can go awry and people start self-sabotage. And that's where we just had this conversation. It doesn't matter. The business is always going to be the business, and somebody's going to cause drama and have poison and fucking put it in somebody's ear. And it doesn't matter with Vince if it was Rocky Mountain Pro or here or TNA or WCW. Like, it's something about this 8th grade girl mentality amongst giant men who fake fight and pin each other on the ground in underpants and boots. Like, all of that has to come back to fucking it up for everybody, So, but the other part of this is these problems always take care of themselves. And the wrestling world is a train that doesn't stop. If you're going to try and slow it down, you're only going to get dragged and you're only going to get cut loose, So some people are self-sabotaging like that. I hope that Violent J can stay on a path as an owner instead of getting mixed in with drama from anybody else. And when it comes to Vito, the guy's a character 10 times over, and you put heat on your heel, make your babies off of your heel.
Right.
So the fact that he is this kind of McMahon character, even though he's a mob guy, and it's not easy. Think about this. How do you write a scene that's believable as long as everyone's playing to their height of their character's intelligence, between clowns and a mob guy, between zombies and a mob guy, between monsters and a mob guy?
Don't forget a porn star and a mob guy.
They're all very interesting. How are those relationships? Now, once you have all those plates spinning, and Vito's got all the heat, and these guys are all getting over off of that, when it comes time to pay that off, all those worlds can converge, and Vito can get the ultimate FU as they get back over on him. But you have to play out the game to the highest degree to create all those worlds, those spinning plates to converge in the Venn diagram of ultimate payoff of like, right? And when it comes to those dudes who missed out in NXT because of that inside the bubble corporate bullshit, I would love to see them, not love to see them get future endeavored, but when they do, and they will, that they could come here and go, you know what, hat in hand, and do something with Vito. And you could even play that out on camera of he's in charge over here now, and the NXT guys come, and he's got to have a mafia sit down. What a great on-camera thing that would be. That would harken back to the stuff that they were doing in Impact with Conan, and that we loved, with all that Training Day shit. But this would be the Sopranos version. Yeah, this would be the Sopranos version of that, right? Like, they're coming to a sit down, and then we could show as workers, we understand that being under a certain corporate umbrella, WWE or whatever, that we couldn't have worked together. They shot you down because of this reason. That's the truth. Mix that in here and use it in character, and then build a mafia family around Vito instead of Vito giving those guys the rubs. Now they got to come back as underlings. And that's a good wrestling lesson where you get everybody over, but this is the right way you fucking do it now, because we're the ones in control.
Jimmy, you have any thoughts on this?
Personally, I think the Brothers of Funstruction and the Vito storyline is absolutely brilliant, because the clowns, they're technically like, they're clowns, but it's like what it's leading to is like they're hiding as clowns because they're really mob figures.
Here's the biggest thing here's the biggest thing that they do better than anything on WWE are these pre-tapes, and especially the ones Vito's in. And a shout out to the JCW interesting characters, because they all kind of know who they are. and they're
Right.
sticking to it. Then I got to turn on Raw and watch AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, who have
Oh.
no clue who they are. One girl's wearing a half shirt and Janko jeans and skater shirt. The other cut off under her tits. The other girl comes out like she just came out of the wilderness of Alaska on a dog sled in a goddamn full fur coat. Well, what is it? Is it 90 degrees and we're doing kick flips? Or are we out here hunting elk in the fucking tundra? Like, it's so stupid, bro. But then I can watch some clowns and a mob guy and be completely entertained, and it makes sense. How can you have a tale of two worlds like this?
Well, I got to ask you a question, because since you're here and you've been in a locker room and you've dealt with politics and you've worked behind the scenes for
it
TNA,
always happens, bro. It always happens.
My question to you is, so let's say you have, and I'm just spitballing here, but I'm sure, and this happens in every locker room from what I've known, like there's always like an older talent. And I used a guy like Willie Mack, who's been there for a long time now, and he used to do some cool shit in TNA, and he was the heavy guy that used to be able to do all these cruiserweight moves, and now he's just a heavy guy. But with that being said, a guy like that who's been on TV,
he's established.
He's established, but and I'm going to say this, has he drawn a dime? Has he drawn that? Like, so I'm not saying him, but I'm saying a guy like him. Could that guy like maybe be pushing for like a position, or trying to keep his spot as Kevin Nash?
Well, everybody's worried about protecting their spot. You know what I mean? So that's just the way wrestling is. But the fact that everybody there should be, as workers, should be going, holy shit, we're up 400%. How do I capitalize on that for my brand, my following? As Al Snow would say, TV time, even if it's YouTube time, is the infomercial for you to sell yourself, right? So are you just happy with the 10,000 you had there? To me, if I've got 40,000 more people, I'm fucking pro wrestling tease the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I want to make my money, dog. So, to me, that's weird if whoever it would be, trying to not capitalize on momentum, like as worker.
My question is, what is the mentality of somebody who sees the business taking off, right? And like what gets into somebody, like, let me give you a quick example and you go off. Sure. If I'm at my job, right, and I'm doing well at my job, and I see this new person come in, right, and they're helping make my job easier, and I'm making more money, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with that guy. I want to learn from that guy, because that new guy is doing things right, and now I'm making a lot more money. So
I love your optimistic mentality, but it's usually the opposite of that. Let's remove JCW. In any company where new management comes in, there's going to be people who are loyal to the old way of doing things. They're going to have their people who are in place that they can talk to and politic to, and they might go against the new structure of things. I saw it at a fiber instrument sales place I worked with that did fiber optics. So like, there's just going to be changes, and there's going to be old guard and new guard, and people who can adapt and go with the flow are going to, continue forward. Those who liked it better because they were more comfortable and insulated in another way are going to try and upset the order of things, and they're going to slow down and be an anchor instead of someone who's rowing the boat forward. And usually when that happens, you're out of the boat, my guy. Like I said, wrestling will keep going. I just did the Godfather thing, whatever. But my last match before that, anything, I inducted GGP into the Hall of Fame, but was in Canada last December. Did wrestling stop without Ben Hamin?
Yes.
The train rolls on, my guy.
Right.
We're lucky to be on it, and as long as we can until it's our time. And some people self-sabotage because they had a career and because they don't want to give up. And who is this guy? And when it comes to Russo, isn't that an easy thing if you've never worked with him to buy into the 30 years of Cornette propaganda and just be like, fuck that, fuck it, he killed it. Like, instead of going, oh shit, here's my chance to get over. And if I'm a real worker and I see that he's featuring Vito, I'm going, how can I go to Vince with an idea that gets me into this world instead of going, I'm not doing that, fuck that. Okay. See, there's a no but lifestyle and there's a yes and lifestyle. And
So
to further things, no but is a barrier and a blockade. Yes and is acceptance, and I'm giving my opinion on it, and we create something together.
So really quickly, when are we going to be able to hear this episode with Vince Russo? And
Tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you're saying
Russo,
it's
yeah, patreon.com/Russo TWC Raw SmackDown review. It's maybe 20 minutes of Raw, and the other big stooge is that Stevie's not doing that show anymore because he's got to record on Raw SmackDown review because his channel's doing so great, And
so then bring in the vet.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have rotating people, so
no, I want the vet there every week now.
I mean, I said in the comments, you guys leave on that video. Let us know who you want to see, who you think would be
I want the vet.
Leave it in the comments.
I think
Patreon.com/Russo TWC, and Jeff will work to, give you guys what you want. So,
Jimmy's sitting quiet over there. Jimmy, you have any thoughts?
No, I'm shocked about Stevie more so than anything. I'm like,
well, it's not shocked of heat. We all
right.
love each other like brothers, but his channel's
course.
doing so well that he has to record that Raw stuff. Like,
I feel you, man.
The longer he waits, and that's why we do it too. So, it's for the time being. It's not like anything. So,
can we also tweet? Who can we tweet at to make sure that we want
probably
the vet?
Russo and Jeff.
All right, so listen, guys out there in the chat, I want you guys to, if you want the vet to be a regular on, I'm dead serious to be on that show.
I'm laughing at the J12's comment.
No, well, this is I want Triple H to be a guest.
Yeah, I think so.
Ain't gonna happen. See, the thing is that the vet, in my humble opinion, and he's probably not watching, but for those out there that know, I've always felt that the vet's the type of guy that deserves or has earned a spot where more people can hear what he has to say because he's so freaking brilliant.
I can't disagree with that. Not even a little bit.
So I'm just putting it out there, guys. Hey, tweet at Jeff Lane, tweet at Jim Russo, Vince Russo, and his brother Vince Cornette, and let them know you want the vet at Opinion Haver, everywhere. What else is going on there, Ben? What shirt is that? Are you selling something?
This is MFNY Riverview. They're live rosin dabs, and this is Big Boy Blunts. Everybody needs a big boy. Is my sister-in-law and brother's new company, man, for their white label license, and they're going into production this week, and it's going to be the first release of their blunt line. So I'm super excited. He gave me a new hat this weekend when I was hanging out at camp, and super happy for him, man. Like a lot of good things for people I care a lot about. You know what I mean? So I like to see him shining, and I can't wait to have him in the store at Ravens Joint. It's going to be really great feeling for my family.
So who did Jason Jordan molest? Because you said molester Jordan.
Jason Jordan. No, you're talking about Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
I know, Jimmy. I'm being stupid.
Yeah. Who? I mean, I'm not. I don't know. There could be a long and distinguished list. What's a white label? Frank wants to know. White label's an interesting license where you don't grow or sell the cannabis. You are pretty much just making brands, and you can partner with any cannabis farm you want. And so right now, Big Boy Blunts is partnered with Canicure, a really great company that I have in my store. They use living soil, very organic, and very good, cool strains. But then they could go and partner with a Nanticoke or another company like that and do a whole different brand. So white labeling is pretty much buying somebody else's stuff, developing your own brand, and then they put it out through them and they deliver it. So it's a smaller license than cultivation and dispensary, but opportunities there if you have great marketing skills and good vision. And my brother and sister-in-law absolutely excel in that. So I'm excited for them.
So real quick, before I know you have to run soon. So with the whole Michael Jordan thing, for those that don't know, there's been video that surfaced with Michael Jordan. Yes, the Michael Jordan. And he had won what was it, the big race or whatever?
Daytona 500. He's an owner of the winner Reddick's.
Whatever that is. And, so while they were celebrating, he was seen, I guess some would say fondling or whatever it is with a little
playing grab ass with a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Right. Playing grab. So I'm going to ask you seriously, do you think Is it like the old, the old uncle or the grandfather, playing with the kid? Maybe they have that father son type relationship, because I know that the kid is the son of the guy that won or something like that.
Sure.
Or do you think it's just Michael Jordan being a creep? Like, honestly, what do you think?
What did you think about Joe Biden sniffing girls' heads?
Oh, it's freaking disgusting and weird to me.
That's weird. So then this is cool because Michael Jordan can jump high and put a ball in a hole, so it's all good. It's just old uncle ribbing.
Hey, dude, say what you
How
want.
about Michael Jordan's dad possibly being murdered because of his gambling debts? And
That's facts.
how about Prince Hall Masonry and secret societies that he belongs to? And how about the fact that he probably has been to places worse than Epstein Island and very strange behaviors? And then here we are on camera doing this shit.
Well,
I'm done putting over people's integrity because they can jump high and put a ball through a fucking hole. Like, that doesn't make you a man, in my opinion, anymore, dude. Like, these are just children that got awarded millions of dollars because they're physical specimens that we get to watch their bread in circuses. There are no like celebrities to look up to anymore.
And by the way, we're going to talk about that Liv Morgan crying segment because I have some thoughts on that. If we jump into the Raw review, but with the Michael Jordan, let me just say one thing. All this stuff with the Epstein list and all these names that came, the one name that never showed up on the Epstein list, speaking of Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
good point.
But Michael Jackson was probably even more of passed around like an Epstein child during those years.
Is it a possibility? And I'm thinking out of the box because I heard that there's a possibility that Michael Jackson actually created that Neverland Ranch with his childlike mentality to save those kids from being taken to that crazy island.
I don't doubt that, to be honest with you.
In all honesty, people were shitting on Michael Jackson all these years when he might have been the baby face during this whole thing.
Yeah, I would say mental case baby face, but you take your heroes where you can get them. When it comes to Michael Jordan, all you got to do is go with the shoes. How many years did he turn a blind eye to child labor slaves? So if he knew that was going on while he was making money, what else is he capable of, bro? All that shit. It's all Disturbia, and I'm gonna go and re-talk with Russo here in just a second on the Bad Bunny stuff, so you'll be hot about that. I'll put over the Latino pride, but like I told you earlier, it's not about I feel a certain way about any ethnic group. I feel how they're being used as a shield to use their pride as rage bait to take darts. And it's part of a bigger psyop. So I'll re-explain that to Vince because we haven't talked in a while. Kabuki Warriors absolutely killing it. Actually acting in Kabuki theater style like I directed them to. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch completely embarrassing. All three women's matches on SmackDown, completely embarrassment work. You know what I mean? And then Javon Evans in the main event last night with Gunther and Dominik Mysterio, fucking phenomenal.
Thank you,
dude. It's not just the athleticism of a young black kid who can jump.
That kid is awesome, dude.
He's registering, he's selling, his timing, he's registering everything. Even there was one last night. Gunther has him in the choke, right? Down he goes. Gunther eats the super kick. Off he goes. You see Javon Evans, he hits something and he stands up and sells his neck like to get it back in order. So like he was choking, desperation, and back to the sell of what he took. A 21-year-old in this business. I couldn't imagine anybody, unless you're a third-generation wrestler, that would be in the moment that amount of time, understands that level of the game to make things look real. And how am I supposed to go from these women's matches to this kid who gets it at 21 on a level, dude, that's some fucking 10-year pro shit. And this kid's got it already.
I need to talk to you about this really quick before you leave. Just give me 2 minutes, man. I'm glad you're here. So there's comment. I already have pulled this up.
I gotta go, dude. Vince just sent me the link. Sorry, guys.
So real quick. Mr. Bojangles. So Kevin Nash came out and said that he's too effing Mr. Bojangles. What do you think about that? Do you think he is too Mr. Bojangles?
He was. I don't want to see this kid do the shucking and jiving. The other dude, my lemon pepper steppers. I got to be a hustler, baby.
Hold on, I cut you off there. Say it again.
Kid is good. He just needs to be himself. We don't need a shuck and jive, bro. We just need somebody with heart and passion that wants it and we can live through. That's what he needs to be. Let's connect with who he is, and the moves will mean even more, bro. And what the heat and the sells will mean even more because we want to be behind him, so we want to give him empathy when he's hurting. I got to roll. All right. I'll see you guys.
All right, brother.
Thank you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was and will forevermore be the hacker, Ben Hamin, and that's something I wanted to talk to you about, Jimmy. With this conversation, let me just fade this out. All right, shut up. Thank you, Ben, for jumping on. That was a cool conversation. So Kevin Nash had gone online and he said that, and we'll continue this conversation real quick. He says, speaking about Javon Evans, I'm quoting this. He's incredible. He's a little bit too effing Mr. Bojangles for me. I wish he was a little more urban. Jesus, I understand. I understand it. Did you hear this?
No, this is new to me.
Let me read it. I understand it's Netflix. I understand there's a big effing world around these out there besides the one that effing 66-year-old Detroit boy Kevin Nash wants. But I just want him to have a bit more of an edge. Now, he continues to say, but if he's not going to have an edge, then he knows how to throw. He can strike. He can throw a good punch. Effing take your time. Throw a good punch. Maybe put 2 or 3 together. Something where effing you tell me, Jesus, if this S wasn't real, he just goes on. Listen.
I get what he's saying.
You get what he's saying. He needs this kid to be a thug.
More black, in other words, right?
More black. Oh, my God, dude. How stupid. Kevin, listen.
Stereotypical he wants it basically as well. What an idiot.
And it's like, you know what? So as a black guy, I agree with what he's saying, but the tone deafness of the verbiage and audience came out in that interview. Listen, as a Puerto Rican, I think he's good. I think he's good right where he is. I don't want to see another Big E, even though I love Big E Langston. I think Big E is amazing. I love the New Day. I love what they did. They did the whole shucking and jiving thing. Listen, I've been watching wrestlers shuck and jive for a long time, especially African-American, let's just say black wrestlers like the Junkyard Dog. You go back even further. Oh, my gosh. You talk about guys like Bobo Brazil, you know what I'm saying, that did the whole freaking dance and shuck and jiving back in the day. You know, bro, I think Javon Evans, for me, and I've been putting this kid over. You know this, Jimmy, on the Next Level Wrestling Review. I've been putting this kid over. I said this kid's going to be a huge freaking star. Just like I said, Trick Williams is going to be a huge freaking star. There is a new breed of young black talent that's coming up that I am so excited about in professional wrestling. And the 2 guys at my top of my list right now, well, the 3 guys, is Trick Williams, it's Javon Evans, and it's the greatest of all time, Oba Femi. Any thoughts?
Well, I agree with you, except with Javon, I just hope they don't turn him into a New Day-ish type of character, because
they don't need to.
What I mean by that, I don't want him to become Kofi Kingston even, because I feel like that's why he's in the Elimination Chamber, to be that Kofi Kingston, to do the Kofi Kingston spot. You know what I'm saying? Like to do something miraculous off of the cage and whatnot, because unfortunately, I doubt he's going to win it, right? So that's the only thing that worries me. But other than that, he's killing it, man. Absolutely killing it.
Speaking of killing it, you know who's killing it? Let me see what this says here. Richard Bronson Figure says, what does Evans need to be some type of black wrestler? Can he just be a young gifted? You know what? That's
true.
100% correct.
And that's the problem, man. Why does every black wrestler need to be stereotypical like all the time? I don't get it, man.
Why does every Latin wrestler have to eat an apple and spit in your face? I mean,
wow.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying, dude? That's probably what's wrong with WWE for the most part over the years. He's having most black wrestlers being stereotypically black, right? from the hood and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't need that shit.
Why can't they just be wrestlers? You're right.
Why can't they just be themselves, right?
Right. And I think Javon Evans, listen, from the stuff I've seen backstage, behind the scenes, from the stuff I've heard, from the stuff his mother talks about as him as a young man, because I do follow his mom on Facebook. This is him.
That seems like, did he grow up in like underprivileged areas and shit?
Single mom. Single
Okay.
mom who worked her ass off to make sure that she got, and underprivileged, I would say, to some, yes, because, she spoke about one time how, it broke her heart how he wanted this toy and she just could not afford it. You know what I'm saying? And now Javon Evans is taking care of mom. So it's just a beautiful story, and it's a human story. It's not a black story. It's not a white story. It's not a Latino story. It's not an Asian story.
It's a human story.
It's a human story. And I think, man, we will never evolve as a society until we get past these ridiculous boundaries of skin color, man. It's so ridiculous, bro.
And I think Frank hits the nail on the head. It's either WWE is a stereotype or WWE is not black enough. You know what I mean? Which is true. And they catch heat for it no matter what, So
I'm not stalking her. I'm not stalking his moms. Anyway, we got a couple more news bites before we jump into Monday Night Raw. So let me just run through some stuff here, Jimmy. The Observer said AEW is partially owned by WBD. I don't know what the hell that is. Being partially owned by WBD was something we understood was the case for years, but nobody ever said it. What is WBD?
Warner Brothers Discovery.
Oh, okay. They're owned by them? Okay.
We've always known that. We've always knew there was an inkling of them having some sort of control over Tony Khan and AEW. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
The Inspiration signed a multi-year contract with AEW, and apparently that contract was done about a month ago. Are they going to be called The Inspiration? Yeah, about a month ago. It says
well, they came out as The Inspiration, so I mean, I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, I don't watch
they debuted at the house show, which was dead empty, and they gave away free tickets.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I couldn't believe it, but I mean, that's what happens.
Well, speaking of free tickets, I'm going to bring this up tomorrow during the 3 count. We're going to discuss the NBA All-Star game a little bit.
Oh, what a shitstorm, bro.
And let me tell you something, brother. Remember what happened with the Riyadh, with the what was the show right now we did in
Saudi, Royal Rumble.
Saudi, Royal Rumble, where they had all those LED lights and everything like that.
Right.
Well, I found out some stuff about the NBA and how they try to use trickery to make you think that place was packed, but it was not.
Really? And did you get first-hand information from who I'm thinking you got information off?
Maybe.
Okay, let's not mention names, but like
can't mention that guy's name.
We won't mention his name, but if you got it off the man himself, then it's 100% true.
Let's just say that it was, I think, under or just over 10,000 less.
Wow.
Of capacity.
It was at Intuit's arena as well, correct? Mm-hmm. And that's where they've got those LEDs, like in Saudi, what they've got going over there. Yeah, that's bad. Well, let me be real for a minute about the All-Star game.
Sure.
Kevin Durant is full of shit, first of all. I don't know if you came out. He's gone on record. He was on a podcast saying that he blames all the Europeans. Right. He's gone on online to say that it's all the Europeans' fault for the All-Star game being crap because of Joker and what's it called? Doncic throwing up just fucking, 40 feet threes and air balls and whatnot. No, dickhead. You, even long before they were even in the NBA, was already going. The All-Star game was already going to trash, all right? Including LeBron being an idiot. Everyone doesn't take it serious anymore. Yeah, it's not. No defense at all.
Apparently, they're letting the Jews play basketball now. What a travesty, right?
Don't even, well.
Christ, I don't want to get into that. And again, to solidify what you said, some tweets have made rounds claiming that AEW is giving away free tickets to House Rules in Australia.
Yeah, that's a fact. I broke that on that wreckage with myself and the vet yesterday.
Listen to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty good. Hey, WrestleVotes notes that that with her finger surgery, Bianca Belair is expected to miss WrestleMania 42.
Man, it's a finger, bro.
But listen, so you know how I used to fight, right?
Right.
So I have, God, I don't want to have to. I may need surgery as well.
Sometimes what, on your finger?
My hands go numb, and what happens
that's
is
not good.
what happens is, my friends, when you're when you are fighting or when you're wrestling, whatever it is you do, or when you work with your hands, there is nerve damage that happens.
Right.
You also have carpal tunnel, and you have all these other things, but mine is becoming more severe. There are times that my hand, like this one right here, especially, and sometimes this one, but this is my jab hand. This is my left hand, and this hand burns numb. And when I say burns numb, it goes numb and it burns like it's on fire.
That's not good, man.
Or my hand will freeze, like will cramp up to a point that I have to like massage it until.
I hate that, bro. Yeah.
No bueno.
Wait, does it swell up as well when that happens?
It doesn't swell up. Only my penis does when my wife walks into the room. I don't know if that's a side effect. That's right, baby. Love my wife. All right, so let me see. They also changed plans. I don't know who they are. WWE changed plans. Changing of plans led to Royce Keys being taken off of television. It was big debut.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm hearing, apparently he was supposed to wrestle Damian Priest, and long story short, he's just done a house show or two, and he's wrestled pretty much nobody. They've already dropped. I hate using this term, but you marks use it all the time. Are they dropping the ball with this guy or what?
Well, I don't want to say yes yet. Only reason why I say that, and bless you, by the way, Ray. The only reason why I'll give him the benefit of the doubt right now is because.
Thank you, Jimmy.
No problem. The only reason why I'll give him the benefit of the doubt is only because they debuted him at the Royal Rumble, and that was meant to be done just to say, hey, look, he's here. I think right now he's going through training, probably, get used to the WWE way of things. And I think he'll be fine. But just give him a few more weeks. Pretend the Royal Rumble debut didn't really happen. That was his debut, but I think this is meant to be what it is right now, where he wasn't going to be debuting on TV.
Well, you debut him at the Royal Rumble, and by the way, Rick, I feel your pain, dude. Talking about neuropathy, I can never say that word. It's hard. It just really the nerve damage thing, and that's why I say I understand what Bianca's probably going through. It's debilitating, man. And you debut this guy, Royce Keys at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, where there is no AEW.
Right.
There's no AEW. Well, all they know is WWE there. So what the hell are you doing?
I wouldn't have. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. It was a good move to bring him in at the Rumble, but in Saudi Arabia, it doesn't hit the same.
Let's see here. All right, we got a couple more notes. Adam Copeland is expected to be back in AEW Double or Nothing by this spring.
Cool.
All right, cool.
He doesn't do it for me right now in AEW, bro.
David Finley's contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling has expired and is a free agent. David Finley, what do you think about this kid? And,
he sucks.
He stinks. Why?
I've always I'll give him credit where credit's due. He's a lot better now, but I've just never been a fan of his, man. I just think he just sucks. He's not his old man, but it seems like he's going to be joining WWE, it seems. Mm-hmm. So, that's a Nepo baby if you ever saw one.
Yep, I agree. Speaking of, so Rick Vickery asked me, should Royce Keys have won the NXT title? So funny that you mentioned that. What I would have done is, after debuting him at the Royal Rumble, they had the ladder match where Joe Hendry won that title. I would have had Royce Keys come out as a surprise and won that
and
belt.
Just destroy everyone.
just clean house. That's what I would have done. And then I would have put it over on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. And that's what I would have done. But, WWE knows better, apparently. So,
apparently.
What do I know? And finally, for what it's worth, it says Olympic track and field athlete Anna De Silva said on Instagram she's going to try out for WWE. I don't know who the hell this girl is, so I'm going to look her up right now, Jimmy. Anna De Silva. And let's see if she has a look about her. Let me see, Anna De Silva. Let's see, Olympian. Let me see, Olympics. Let's see who this girl is. All right, Jimmy. Let's see if we can get a picture of this. Okay. I don't know which one she is. There's like 80 of them. Let me see, WWE. Okay, here it is. All right. Let me just pull this up here. So this is the young lady that apparently says she's going on. Let me see. Maybe if I can visit. Here we go. Hold on. Let me just X this out.
And she signed with WWE?
She says she's going to WWE. She said on Instagram. So this young lady right here, Anna the Silver, says she's received the WWE trial opportunity. The 27-year-old Brazilian Olympic track and field athlete posted on social media that she is headed to WWE trials in Orlando, Florida next week. She said during a caption. So Anna the Silver. All right, well, good for her, man.
Congratulations.
Good luck for her.
But speaking of the Olympics, and shout out to RBV again, because he's the one that pointed it out for me before we started. Well, apparently they've run out of condoms. At the Olympics, at the Village, right? Right now during the Winter Olympics, they've run out of condoms, dude. And they had 70,000 of them, and apparently they're all done and dusted.
Well, have you seen some of these skaters?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's always an orgy at the Olympics. This is normal, dude. This happens all the time. Yeah. Can you imagine that?
She's a handsome lady. So wait a second. Aren't you supposed to like not do that, like when you're competing? I was always taught.
Yeah, they say that, right? The coaches say don't fuck before you compete, because
I was always taught, old school, that you're supposed to keep all that in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that you don't.
Well, not in the Olympics anymore, man. It seems like everyone's unleashing the beast over there, and it wouldn't surprise me if there's partikis going on with multiple people.
Didn't Mick say to Rocky, you got weak legs, kid?
Yeah.
Didn't he say something like that?
He did.
I don't know. Finally, I want to say one more thing. And this is not a news story. Well, it's kind of a news story, but I want to say one more thing. And this has to do with AEW in Australia, AEW here in the United States. When I tune in to professional wrestling, one of the reasons why I watch wrestling is to get away from politics, to get away from world wars, to get away from hearing about all this negative stuff. And I just want to get away and not really pay attention to what's going on in the world, because the world really sucks right now. And what are you drinking? Tea? What kind of tea is that?
No, I'm drinking
Looks like tea. Is that tea bag? Well, what the hell is that inside the cup? Is that
Kirk's?
tea bag?
It's a soda, orange soda.
Yeah, but what is that
Kirk's
hanging off in the cup? What is that in the cup?
What I just showed you, Kirk's.
Wait,
see, it's orange.
Oh, okay. Is that ice? Oh, that's ice.
Yeah, there's ice in there. Yeah,
I thought it was a tea bag.
No.
So anyway, and I want to hear your thoughts on this, but listen, I understand you may have a certain political affiliation or whatever, but keep that stuff out of wrestling. I was watching this show, this AEW show in Australia that they just had with the baby ring, with the little time. I thought that was, by the way, I thought that was photoshopped, and I thought that was AI. That ring was the smallest ring I've ever seen in my life. That wrestling ring they used in Australia.
The one they used for the Grand Slam you're talking about?
Oh my God, yes.
It was actually bigger than last year's. I actually think that was the normal size. Yeah, it was. It was 20 by 20, believe it or not, that one. But I will say, it was not the AEW ring, which just drives me nuts. Let me just say one thing, all right, about that. WWE have storage facilities here, for example, right? Which they store their actual rings here. So when they do come here, they don't need to just, ship it down. They've already got it ready to use, right? They shipped the freaking Elimination Chamber when we had Elimination Chamber down here, and it nearly got overrun by freaking by pirates, which is actually a true story. But it still made it all the way down here. The point is, they made an effort to bring it, right? Why can't Tony Khan and his billions of dollars bring the damn AEW ring?
Or just keep one there.
Or just keep it. Yeah, just fucking buy a freaking storage joint or whatever, or hire it. That's it. Simple. It drives me nuts, dude.
It's a question you have to ask Tony Khan. Why does Tony Khan allow? I don't know, man. Listen, I mean, so back to the point I was trying to make, Jimmy. I don't want to sit down and hear F-Ice chants every freaking event.
Thank God you brought that up.
That's
embarrassing, bro. We're in Australia. What the fuck are they chanting fuck ice for, bro?
You tell me. That's why I was asking you, because you're in Australia.
Yeah, they're fucking idiots, straight up. I've always say this: monkey see, monkey do, bro. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
I'm watching this, and it turned me off because I don't
blame you.
I don't want to hear your politics on something. I'm trying to get away from politics, period. And people just continue to want to push their agenda, their thoughts, their feelings, their anger, their vitriol, their BS on me. I just want to watch two people wrestling. I just want to watch a basketball game. That's why when the whole BLM movement happened here in the United States and the NBA were wearing BLM jerseys and they had Black Lives Matter. Listen, Black lives do matter. I agree 1,000%.
Absolutely.
I don't need to see it on the court. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see you chanting about ICE. I don't need to see you with a sign saying F President Trump when you're in Australia.
Yeah.
What the hell does this have to do with wrestling?
Dude, straight up, man. These idiots, they're fucking idiots. I don't even know why they even done that shit. There's no reason for them to do that shit. It doesn't look cool, guys. You look like idiots, straight up. Like,
oh, hold on.
I just want to put it out there.
We got breaking news here. Ariel Helwani is reporting Ronda Rousey will fight Gina Carano on Netflix.
In a boxing fight. She's got no chance, Ronda Rousey against Gina Carano, bro.
Are they fighting? Is it an MMA fight?
If it's MMA, then Rousey will win. But if that's a straight boxing match, no chance.
Oh, man. Yo, Gina Carano, I always thought was so gorgeous.
Interesting.
What do you mean interesting? You don't think
she's hot for sure? But like, I'm just
Oh man, what does it say? Already said what?
Oh, I think he's right. He did say it. I did see it, but then I just forgot about it. In the MMA fight,
artists, listen. There's like 1,000 things I'm doing at one time. Jimmy, that's just your one job to see what the hell they're saying for me.
All right, I'll do that. I did see it.
I'm so sorry. Artist, but it's not gonna be an MMA fight, right? Oh my god, it is.
If it is, yeah, that's fucked up, bro. Then yeah, Rousey will win, of course, because Rousey can't punch, bro. She's never been a puncher.
She was fooled to believe that she was an elite striker.
Nah, man, she can't strike for shit. All right, if you see the way she does it too, it's just not.
She jabs with her chin up in the air. That's why Holly Holm got her with that freaking kick to the jaw.
I mean, that was huge when that happened down here, funny enough. But yeah, easy. Absolutely.
What if no, hold on, bro. Listen, artists, you should know an athlete, when it's time to train, they can get into phenomenal shape, no matter how old they are. If you're an athlete,
she will get in phenomenal shape, but can she go against Rousey in an MMA match?
This is crazy.
I'm sorry, but no.
They never fought, right?
No, never. Not that I know of. No.
So this is fight that these are. I mean, if you think about it, Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey were Gina Carano was before Ronda Rousey. She was the one that actually put women's MMA on the map.
Yeah, but she's old, bro. Like,
how old is Gina Carano?
Let me see. Let me check.
And how old is Ronda Rousey?
She's 43, bro.
And how old is Ronda Rousey?
Should be pushing 40, I assume. If not 40, let me see.
Yo, look at that real quick before we jump into Raw.
Okay, 1 second.
No,
here we go. Ronda Rousey. She is 39 as of February 1st.
They're both out of their prime, so.
Yeah, but does Carano have another fight in her?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I haven't seen her in a long time, bro. Put it that way. But look, man, I think I don't even know why this match is happening, bro. Like, straight up.
I can tell you. You want to know why?
It's all about the money. That's what it is.
And what do we got over here? A cup of potatoes. A cup of potatoes.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
And that's why.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's all about the money. Like the artist says also, have you seen her lately? She's been out of fighting weight and reps for about 10 plus years. So
who knows?
But like you guys said, she's still an athlete. I'm sure she can get into shape. And Strike Force, I mean, to me, Ronda Rousey totally dominated Strike Force as well, man. But
yeah, well,
That was her fucking promotion. I used to love Strike Force personally.
Yeah, I used to like Tito Santana and
You mean Tito Santana? Oh, Strike Force. Yeah,
Tito Santana.
He was with the model Rick
What are you
Martel.
talking
Right,
about?
right, yeah.
What Strike Force? There's only one Strike Force, brother.
I was talking about the MMA promotion, but that's a good one, Ray. You nearly had me.
Hey, stay here, ladies and gentlemen. I have an announcement to make about I Like It Raw right after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk some Monday Night Raw, February 16, 2026. We have the Chamber qualifiers, but now, the breaking news. You guys probably know what's going on, but so this is next week is my last week doing this show with Jimmy T. They will no longer be a Raw review show. Jimmy, can you fill in the blanks there? So what's going to actually happen?
Well, basically, as Ray alluded to, it'll be his final week next week for I Like a Raw, but that means I Like a Raw goes into recess, and we're going to have a new show called, and that includes also the Smack Attack, by the way, and we're going to have a new show called This Week in WWE with myself and RBV, where we'll break down both shows on that show, and I believe they'll be starting on a Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you exactly what time just yet.
From what I heard, 3 p.m. around 3 p.m.
3 p.m. All right, because also Hitting the Marks is on Tuesday as well. Which also go check that out tonight. By the way, I think 7 p.m. Eastern with Jargo and RBV. The boys are back together after 5 years. Ray, can you believe that?
After 5 years, we get Jargo back.
Absolutely, about time too. So I'm actually happy about that. You know, Rick was telling me before he's nervous, but he shouldn't be. You guys will absolutely hit it out the park. But yeah, that's the deal right now, man. We're going to be doing a show called This Week in WWE. So, what, you guys don't like it? What would you guys prefer, separate shows or the one that puts everything together?
So basically,
but I think it's because of you, Ray. They don't like the fact that you're going.
So here's the truth. The truth is, and I've told you guys, I probably said this on air, but Jimmy knows this is exhausting for me, and not working with Jimmy, because I actually love doing this show with Jimmy. I love this show. I love doing it with Jimmy. It's just impossible for me, guys. I wake up really, really early, much earlier. I have Tuesdays are hard for me, and it's becoming harder and harder. And you know, watching 3 hours of Raw, and then going to bed at like 3:30 in the morning and waking up at 8:30 in the morning to get prepped for this show, and then going to work and then working till midnight. It's been so freaking hard, man. And I've been doing it out of love for you guys and out of love for Jimmy. So what we figured is, you know, we got Rick and we got Jimmy. They're going to do 2 shows in one. Again, you're not losing any content because Hitting the Marks is coming back. So you're still going to have, you know, 2 weekly wrestling shows, except that Raw and SmackDown. See, I knew something was up. Discernment. Yes, brother. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm still going to be doing Next Level Wrestling Review with the Vet every week, Wednesday, same time. That's easy because I'm off that day. And then I am going to be working on a little private project that I will probably be doing at the end of March or the beginning of April. I'll discuss that more, but it's going to be something I can do on my own time when I'm off. You feel me? So, and again, I'm trying to not separate myself from professional wrestling because I always love wrestling, but I've been telling you guys for a long time that, you know, Ray's going to be retiring not too long from now, you know, from the whole wrestling thing. So this is another step towards that, where I'll be doing just 1 show a week. I'll still be producing shows in the background. I'll still be doing I'll still be putting up the PWR. That's never going to stop. I'm always going to put that show up. And by the way, speaking of PWR, this week I don't have a thumbnail made, but they're going to be doing a show on what if Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, was the WWF World Heavyweight Champion. So Professor traveling all the way from Los Angeles, California. He's back, and they're going to be doing the show. So we're looking forward to that. So the one thing I'm going to miss is just you guys, and of course working with Jimmy on a weekly basis. Now, Jimmy, I'm going to say this publicly, because I'm going to be missing working with you. Be prepared, because I'm going to be like, yo, you want to come on the next level, or you want to? So I'm going to be missing you. So I'm going to be, or maybe on a day off, or when I have some vacation time, whatever, I may jump on. here and there. Now, let's say I stop doing podcasting, period, right? I'm never going to stop doing wrestling podcasting because I'm always going to want to jump onto a review show. So I will still always be around, but there's going to come a time. What?
Are you even considering stopping completely? Like completely, even not even next level?
Yeah. I told you that. Yes.
No, I know that, but I thought maybe okay. Anyway, but yeah.
Yes, but that time will come. I have to see how things play out. But for now, I am 100% gonna do next level wrestling review, and it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, and I think, listen, trust me, guys, when I say Jimmy and Rick are gonna do a great show together, combining both shows, and it's gonna be symbiotic. It's gonna be good. It's gonna flow better. I think it's gonna be fun. So stay tuned for that. And that starts. When does it start, Jimmy? I don't remember the date.
Well, a week after the show finishes with us over here next week.
Right. So again, next week.
That week. Right.
Is the end of I Like It Raw, and then we move into this week in WWE. So just putting that over. And again, if you guys do love me or whatever. All right, so Tuesday, March 3rd. Right, there you go. So and Frank,
I appreciate your concern, by the way.
What do you say? I'm pushing. Hey,
oh,
what
no,
the
no,
hell?
before that. But thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Shut up. So so that's going to be happening. So I'm just throwing it out there, letting you guys know. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday Night Raw. All right, so we get the Usos. So I'm gonna say this right off the bat. As soon as the show started, because I usually watch the first hour of Monday Night Raw or the first 40 minutes or so on my lunch break, on dinner break at 8 p.m. And I saw the Usos come out. I'm like, Jesus, I'm gonna waste 20 minutes of my lunch break watching these morons come down to the ring.
Wow.
But thank God for the New Day. No, thank God that Paul Heyman demanded that music be cut off. And I was, Jimmy, how happy were you when they stopped this garbage?
I was pleasantly surprised, man. And as you know, I was glad that they did that. So for once, they listened to the people. But you know what, man? It's cool. But and they just stood there like idiots, to be honest.
Oh my God, man, this was so silly.
Shit.
We got Logan Paul who brags about selling a trading. What trading card did he sell for $16 million?
Oh, the stupid fucking.
Was it the one he hangs around his neck?
Yeah, that one. Can you believe that shit? 16 million for a piece of cardboard, dude.
That's a Pokemon card, right?
Pokemon. I mean, I'm not really into Pokemon. I mean, Colin is the Pokemon expert here at HMG. Ugh. I mean, he's got boxes unopened, man. Investments that he will hold on to and maybe sell in the future, for example.
Right. I'm sure that'll work out like the Beanie Babies did back in the 90s.
I don't know, man. But, you know, it's weird that this shit is even worth a lot of money. I've sort of gotten into collecting basketball cards again. Like, I'm not like religiously, but I'll buy a few packets here and there. And I like it, though, man. I think it's pretty, like, I've always been into collecting cards anyway, but it's pretty cool even to this day to do that, man. But just the fact that some cards are worth that much is just amazing.
It's ridiculous to me. But with that being said, what isn't amazing is that we have a recap of what happened last week with the Masked Man, and Paul Heyman tells him to play the video. Austin, what the hell's his name? Freaking Ace Austin
Theory.
Austin Theory complains that everybody knew that he won the match. Adam Pearce comes in. He tells the Vision, "Listen, relax. Come back to the office. Let's talk." They're like, "No, we don't want to. We want to. We're not. We don't. We want to take out the Masked Man." And Adam Pearce is like, "Listen, man, just relax. Let's just talk." No, LA Knight comes out. LA Knight comes out. And he tells the Vision, "Yeah, let's have a fight." And then they break into a 6-man tag team match. We get LA Knight and the Usos, who've been standing there the whole time, like lumps on the back of a camel. Bro? Just standing there, 2 humps on the back of a camel, standing on just. Jimmy, the Vision win this match by pinfall, a clean win, clean win. The tsunami on Jimmy Uso. Jimmy takes the pin, which I'm glad to see. Jimmy, by the way, man, this dude, what's his name, Bronson Reed, should not be able to fly between the ropes and do a freaking
Wow, dude.
That was impressive.
The fact that he went through the ropes, not over the rope. Yeah, that
How?
is impressive. I don't know, dude. I have no idea how the hell he pulled that off. But I mean, say what you will about the guy, man. He's athletic as fuck for a
It's
huge
crazy.
dude like him, man. So yeah, no, he's impressive. And the more I see him, the more I'm starting to dig him. Even though I've watched him since the Indies in Australia, man. Like I've seen him personally, up close and in real life in the Indies here. And the fact that he's just killing it now, I'm so happy for him, man.
Well, listen, man, this was not a bad match, I don't think. I quite enjoyed this match, and I'm gonna tell you something. And to answer Richard Bronson Vickery's question, did they ever explain what the Usos were originally supposed to do at the opening of the show? No,
No,
they
didn't.
did not. They did not. What does it say here, Jimmy? About to go maternity leave.
Nah, I'm not going anywhere, bro. Don't worry.
Anywho, with that being said, though, this was a solid match, and this is what I loved about this. So yeah, the Vision right now is missing, Braun Breaker. It seems like, from what I'm seeing, Logan Paul is becoming like kind of the defunct leader of this whole group. He's cutting the promos.
Right.
He's being like that. But they got a strong win, clean. I mean, yeah, there was a little this and that going on. Strong win against 3 top guys, which is good. I mean, your thoughts?
No, I think the right team won. Even though, should we be surprised though that they won clean and the way they did? Pretty much, we shouldn't be.
I mean, I thought there'd be more, BS going on, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised they won so clean. Were you surprised about what? Go ahead, buddy. Ask me.
Well, do you think WWE is trying to tell the story that they're a more well-oiled machine without Braun Breaker even?
That's a good point. That's a very good point, because guess what? You and I have discussed this week in and week out, that what if it is an internal thing? What if, Austin, or maybe it is Logan Paul that they're the ones that kind of are pushing aside Braun Breaker?
It's Logan Paul, man. It's obvious. So? And Austin Theory is with Logan Paul. As far as this guy, in the hoodie that we see later on again, I mean, clearly he's got to be working for Rollins, right? You'd think.
What is Jimmy talking about? Post-match, Logan Paul takes the headset right off of Michael Cole's fat head, and he starts yelling, he wants the Masked Man. He wants to beat up the Masked Man, so on and so forth. He got the Masked Man. The Masked Man comes out of nowhere and gives him a curb stomp right on the table. That was well done, by the way. Curb stomp right on the table.
That was a big curb stomp, bro.
They chase that. Well, he runs out into the crowd, standing at the top with the Usos, who are probably still there. And I'm kidding, they're not there. They're in the ring beating. And that's it for that segment. We open up. Dude, that was like a 5-segment match. That was a long match, wasn't it?
Well, thank God I didn't get commercials, so it didn't feel so draining to me compared to, you said 5-segment match?
It was 5.
I didn't see that at all, bro.
It was 4 or 5 commercial breaks, dude.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Now, see, I didn't get none of that. So lucky for me, it didn't feel that bad. But if you say it was that many segments during the match, that's kind of weird, man. That's too much.
It was a long match with a lot of commercials. But speaking of a long match with a lot of commercials, has no bearing on what I'm about to say here. But backstage, Adam Pearce, he gets a delivery, and it's a big crate. And the crate,
Chainsaw Charlie, I think.
I don't know, dude, but on the crate it says "Do not open until February 28th, 2026." Well, listen, Adam Pearce is no dummy. He's like, listen, man, I don't want nothing to do with this. He tells the delivery guy, send it to SmackDown. So they're going to send it to SmackDown. And of course, I'm pretty sure SmackDown is going to send it to the Elimination Chamber. So who's going to be in there? Is it a gobbledygooker? Like, what's going on here?
God, I hope not. I was going to say, like I said, I know, God rest his soul, Terry Funk.
Terry Funk's going to be in there?
Well, remember Chainsaw Charlie? Do you remember when he came out of the box?
I don't remember yet. Oh, yes.
I do remember that. Right. Yeah, where he got the chainsaw and literally cut himself out of the friggin' box. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's going to be set. Oh, holy cow. Whoa. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and the only Ben Hamin. Ben, what the hell's going on, brother?
Yeah, dude, just did Master Shoot. Good time. Is a little strange doing it's only like 36 minutes.
That's what she said.
Yeah, well, no, she said 3 minutes. What the fuck?
Yeah.
3 to 6 minutes. Hey, I can get over in 3 to 6 minutes in the ring. I don't need to do it in the bedroom, my guy. Fucking hey. If you don't buzz a nut in 2 minutes, that's your motherfucking problem.
Yeah.
Buzz a nut.
What movie was that?
That was
Soul Train?
no, fucking Kings of Comedy. What's
Close.
his name who passed
Close
away?
enough.
Fucking God,
Bernie Mac, bro. Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. Yeah.
Great Bernie Mac.
Yeah, sorry, we were just talking all that Bad Bunny shit and that old lady bullshit misdirection spot where she's allegedly kidnapped and all that shit.
Oh yeah, what's up with that? What the hell's going on there?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, anyway, dude, we're talking about Monday Night Raw here, and we're talking about the whole crate, and then we get Grande Americano, El Grande Americano, and the new Grande Americano.
How do they not take heat for this, bro? Of like, sure, they're Americanos and we had to switch it out because card's subject to change because of injury. But you've got 2 European guys and a fucking Austrian, or 3, I guess, white guys playing Mexican lucha wrestling. And it's, you know, kind of a slap in the face of it, right? And even though they bring back Chad Gable to do, now he's back and doing that gimmick, this whole thing with AAA was supposed to be like, you know, let's bring in the culture. And now Stephanie Vaquer can speak Spanish, and we all got to be like, oh, bilingual. It's all about, as long as she puts her ass cheeks on somebody's head, you know, like it's a weird time of like, hey, it's Bad Bunny Latino pride, but let's take the Latino aspect of wrestling and put European white guys in there to speak Spanish poorly. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they're great, awesome workers, but I think you're missing when you have Iguana, Penta, Phoenix, Dragon Lee, and these guys are getting the shine, doing like getting more over as luchador white guys as kind of a rib. I think that's tone deaf in a lot of ways.
Well, speaking of getting over, here's the problem with this whole Grande Americano thing. The original Grande Americano, not very liked, because the new Grande Americano is just so freaking incredible at what he does. Everything from the fluent Spanish speaking to his little cronies who let me tell you something. Pete Dunne and whatever his, what's the other guy's name? Tyler Bate does a great freaking Mexican, like
Yeah.
I'm not saying, dude, they're awesome workers, bro. They're awesome workers, but wouldn't that be better spent on something that was for them and who they are, and that we were trying to do lucha and we have luchas? Well, so now guys that could have got over, I think Kaiser's a better heel than Gunther is. Absolutely.
I agree with that.
And a better worker. And we've got him under that where he's going like it's almost a test in wrestling. We're going to rib you, have you do this as a fill-in after Chad Gable. But he goes, fuck it. I can get anything over. It's the exact same as The Departed. Fucking give me a tuba, I'll get you something out of it. I'm an artist, right? Like fucking that's exactly what he does, and turns chicken shit into chicken salad. But he should be a top guy, bro. Like you're just wasting him here as a rib that could backfire and kind of looks racist of having white guys do Mexican shit.
Oh, come on, but listen, Chief J Strongworld was an Italian guy, so
and I'm a German guy playing a Muslim, and that's fine. But
but listen, Grande Americano, he wants something. He wants something, and he wants an Intercontinental Championship match. But listen, Adam Pearce is like, look, you ain't gonna get it. You have to earn it. So he's gonna have a match later. And I think, Ben, moving forward, and I think Jimmy moving forward, and hear me out, they're going to have the mask versus mask match at WrestleMania, and I think the guy that needs to be unmasked is not Ludwig Kaiser. I think it needs to be freaking Chad Gable. I think they need to take that mask off. This kid, Ludwig Kaiser, as much as you saying, yes, he's over, he's a main eventer, so on and so forth, he is Grande Americano.
I don't mind that as a choice. But I think the thing to do is both of them get a hold, and both pull and both demask each other, and they look up and they switch it and try and put the mask back on.
Right.
And then they both, and we know who they are already. It's not gonna be like, oh my God, and haha, I'm still the guy. Demask them both and let the feud continue from there.
Well, one of the guys
and Kaiser, that's a good ass feud.
one of the guys has to put the mask on backwards, leading to a pin. So
I'm fine with that. Put it back on the guy. You could do all kinds of comedy spots with that shit. And I'm sure it's been done in lucha because that's the basis of what the respective lucha wrestling is when you lose your mask, right? So there's got to be 40 spots that in there, but I do got to put him over. The guy's Austrian, speaks English perfectly, probably worked his ass off to learn Spanish to get this over
fantastic.
because he's going, I'm not going to fucking mail it in, right? And they probably in their minds thought that he's just going to speak broken, and it'll be a funny Americano thing. And nope, that shows to what a true professional that guy is, bro.
They must hate that though, Ben, surely.
Everything's a test. And if you get over on them, they have to eat it and they won't say it, but then they'll test you again. But if you can get over on them, they'll leave you alone.
But this is why this isn't racist, and this is why this is over. And because, you know, when you go, so there's this kid that's on YouTube, right? He goes to Mexico and he dresses with the big mariachi hat and the big mustache. He goes, does this offend you? And they're like, no, we love it. We love the fact that you're, you know, representing our people. And then he goes to these white college kids. He's like, does this offend you? Yeah, you're cultural appropriating. This dude is so beloved. I'm talking about the new Grande Americano, is so beloved by the Mexican freaking fans. He's in. He is in.
It's the effort that he puts in. That's probably why,
the
right?
effort. See, this is the thing with the Latino
It's called
community.
commitment
Right.
to the bit. You commit to the bit.
Listen, this is the thing with the Latino community and with most communities. When you go to another country as, let's say, an American or whoever you are, and you try, let's say you go to China, right? You're a white dude from the United States. You go to China and you're speaking fluent Mandarin. They will love you 10 times fold because you put the effort in.
Yeah, that dude Jauma's got a great fucking channel with that.
That's my dude.
That
That's exactly who I was talking about. Jaume NYC.
Do you see him talk to AI in AI language?
Yeah, dude. You know,
AI got pissed. AI got pissed. Yeah, I know.
Listen,
he's like right down the block, right?
He lives 2 blocks from my mother.
Yeah.
That kid's right there. Anyway, speaking of comedy spots, we have, what the hell was that? Speaking of comedy spots,
Sorry, I was just thinking, like, it's an interesting point you make about him being so beloved and wanting to keep the mask, but I was like, it's not about the mask and being beloved. It's about the commitment. So if he was demasked, he would still be loved by them. And then what could we do to ingrain him as Kaiser, the Austrian, loved by Mexicans, who adopts further the love of their culture, not just lucha libre, like the sombrero bit, grows a mustache of his own, not a paste on, or gets, you know, what other lucha, or not lucha, but what other Latino stereotypes could he kind of embrace that would make him the token white guy for Mexico that they love him so much?
See, Hammer knows what he's talking about, because, like, look, he goes over there to Puerto Rico, right? He gets over with Puerto Ricans. Guess what, brother? Once you're in, you're in. And in the Latino culture, there's something about the Latino culture where when you, when we get you, we had this kid that lived in my neighborhood. All right, this kid, he was a white boy. What was his name? White boy. Shit. Everybody knew him. He was the only white guy in the block. And I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but he was white boy something. I can't remember his name. That kid was loved by everybody. Why? Because he lived the culture. He grew up in the slums with us. He came in the hood with us. His mother was Jewish. He was a Jewish Italian, whatever the mix.
It don't matter in upstate New York.
It was white boy Joey.
Upstate New York, it don't matter if you're black, white, Asian, whatever. That snow is going to kick the shit out of everybody, and you're all equal. Snow don't give a fuck what you are. You're out there shoveling, and that's, like, I like that same culture, because we all suffered the same.
You all suffer the same. Now, speaking of suffering, we're going to suffer through this match. You get Asuka, Bayley versus Nattie Neidhart, and this was a bit of a mess, in my humble opinion. But now we have Asuka, who does win by submission. She sneaks in the Asuka lock on Bayley, while you have Nattie Neidhart outside the ring. After the match, you have Maxine Dupree, who attacks Nattie Neidhart. So that's a story going into WrestleMania. That's going to happen then. Who knows what the hell that's going to... It's probably going to be a submission match going to WrestleMania.
It'll be pre-show.
So, Jimmy, your thoughts on this match? Why was it so sloppy and weird?
Man, I can't stand Nattie anymore with this stupid MMA gimmick, whatever. I guess she's trying to reinvent herself, and that's good for her, but I don't think she can. Is it just me, or she can't go like she used to, man, with everyone? Everyone doesn't have that chemistry with her anymore. It feels like every time I see a Nattie match, it's just not working for whatever reason. Even with Maxine Dupree, now with Asuka, how can you have a bad match with Asuka, man?
You can't. Asuka's the best. Asuka's the best I think Asuka's the best wrestler in the WWE female wise. I think she's the best.
Oh,
Tell me who you
yes.
think is a better female wrestler than Asuka. Asuka is phenomenal.
She's the
But
best
Ben,
one.
why was this match so blah?
Because we're going spot to spot to spot to spot to spot. We're not trying to fucking work, listen to the crowd. We're trying to remember all this shit and get it over until the business at the end where she runs out and I got to get my shit in. But it sucks because all three of these girls are seasoned veteran workers, and sometimes it just doesn't come together. You know what I mean? How you want it to. So, Nattie, there's a lot more I would rather see her doing than look at my fucking legend mouthpiece. Like props like that aren't going to get you over. Her legacy's there. I would like to see her in a different role I understand she's trying to enhance young talent, pass it on, get better by working with people who are better than you. Absolutely. I understand all that. But the story if Nattie was ever going to get over, and she's never really had a story that even did come close, is her transitioning into an agent. And I would like to see her like with Molly Holly or Jazz or somebody like that, do something where she undermines what, like we've seen Unreal. So show me the agents, like how we see Chris Park or whoever talking to the girls. And then afterwards she comes up and gives her 2 cents. Now there's heat with her. She's not an agent, but she's undermining the agent. And there could be some cool stuff there. You know what I mean? As opposed to I'm UFC shooter Nattie now. Look at me. I'm wearing a gray fucking singlet. It was just like, oh, okay, dude. Like none of that's going to get over your Hart family legacy, your dungeon. We know you can grind it out. Now she should be thinking about her time is winding down, the next phase of her career. Let us see that fun backstage. Who's trying to take a spot from and get signed, you know?
Jimmy, any thoughts before we run on?
I mean, that's spot on. You can move on. There's nothing more for me to say about this match.
All right, I'm gonna run through some of the stuff. So I got 20 minutes before I run. We got Maxine Dupree. Okay, we already talked about that. Adam Pearce is backstage trying to get Oba Femi to consider his contract, and Oba Femi runs into a much smaller and almost minuscule looking Rusev.
With his old Rusev Day shirt on underneath, with a fucking denim shirt over the top, so it's inferred, but we're not going back to Rusev Day yet because we don't want him singing that. But remember the nostalgia, like all these little stupid things. Wasn't he talking to God and was going to punish people and shit like that?
Yes, the only person
now he wears a Canadian tuxedo and is just a fucking dude.
Well,
like why is there not a crew with him, Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser,
Didn't they
and
do that?
Pete Dunne?
Yeah.
They did and then they got rid of the Italian guy after they fucking go, he's rich from Italy, he's got a Ferrari. 2 weeks later, he's fucking fired. Like,
no, but didn't they do that with Sheamus?
Yeah, United Nations, whatever the fuck they were.
Yeah, but nobody does this shit how it should be. If we're saying Nazi, Russia, I got an Austrian, I got a German who looks like he's fucking Russian. I got a Russian guy over here who comes out and conducts and fucking doesn't. Why are we not doing access powers of European where that's exactly what's going on in our day-to-day struggles, bro?
Well, speaking of struggling, we were struggling for people that don't like Bad Bunny and was struggling during the halftime show. I'm sure this one wasn't great. We have Stephanie Vaquer who interrupts an interview with Liv Morgan, and as Liv Morgan is sitting there, Michael Cole's interviewing her. Stephanie Vaquer comes out and she's berating her and she's telling her that she's going to own this. She's going to own you. I'm going to own you in Spanish. And as she's speaking, you have Dominik Mysterio who's basically translating the whole time. And then for some reason, Liv Morgan begins to cry. I'll go to Jimmy first. Why did Liv Morgan break into tears? What is this?
I have no idea why she started crying. I really don't. I don't get why she cried. I guess because she feels threatened, or she's just a female in general, right? I mean, why is she crying?
Painful yeast infection from tight shorts.
Stop it.
God, that's
No,
bad.
seriously, why did she cry? Like, what's
Come on.
the payoff here?
It was stupid. The whole thing was stupid and lazy. First of all, her and Michael Cole come into a very weird space with the fucking chairs only 8 inches apart. They sit down. Then we have a walk on from Dom. Okay. And he's doing translator after we get this walk on from her. Otherwise, why would he be there? What's lazy about it is that how much of our audience at home speaks Spanish? Maybe 15%. That's still a fair amount, but it's a pre-tape. Why are there no goddamn subtitles?
They do have the subtitles at WWE.com.
Afterwards.
YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, they put it up on YouTube with subtitles.
So because somebody in the gorilla goes, where the fuck's the subtitles? What do you mean? They didn't tell me it needed to be dubbed over. It fucking better be on. See what I'm saying? There's 16 people in a goddamn writer's room and it's a pre-tape and it doesn't have subtitles with the Spanish speaker. Come on, B.
Nah,
and why is she crying? It's fucking stupid and insane. And Michael Cole, does he speak fluent Spanish? I don't think so.
He does.
Yo no sé.
Oh. Anyway, well, that happened. Then we get CM Punk who comes into the ring and he starts talking about how he's happy and how, he deserves, Finn Balor deserves the match, and so on and so forth, and how it's not dangerous that he's wrestling before the main event of WrestleMania, that he's a fighting champion. Then Finn Balor comes out and he's like, well, I'm Finn Balor and I want to wrestle. Anyway, he comes out with his boys and CM Punk turns his back on Finn Balor and basically says, look, you know what, man? I know that you're not stupid enough to attack me right now, because if you do, then guess what? You don't get a match. And he holds back the other two boys and they end the segment like that. Anything, guys?
I hated this segment personally. It makes Bella look weak for me.
I don't know if it does. I know what they were trying to do, and I thought I just get tired of the best in the world promo. I think it's way, it's whatever.
He's the best.
But then he turned his back and didn't have him hold him back is the visual of that, because normally these guys are the little fucking greasers that'll, wolf pack on it. But Finn Balor, what he's saying to him is that you used to be somebody with integrity. You used to have a shine, and now you just settle for being 1 out of 5 out of a crew that's not fucking special. And if you got to jump me from behind, do it. But that shows who the fuck you are, right, as opposed to me. So him holding them back visually, and the symbolism is that Finn is, confronting of like, am I just this shit that he called me, or am I the champion that I could get back to?
And in psychology.
And in the crowd's mind, they get to see that without having to say that. So I didn't mind that choice. The back and forth of way this is written, sure, there could be punch-ups. Both of them can deliver. It feels a little middle school corny, but that's where we are with it,
Well, speaking of corny, we do have the Americanos. We have Grande Americano versus Penta, and I love Penta, and I love any match Penta's in. But this was a solid match. And then towards the end of the match, we have the boys. We have Rio and Rio and the other guy, Bravo. They're trying to interfere in the match, but as Rio or Bravo, one of the two, is trying to pass a little gimmick, the little head gimmick, the little steel plate to pass it to Grande Americano, he gets pulled under the ring. Bravo pulls whoever's pulling Rio under the ring, and it happens to be the original Grande Americano. Penta actually hits the Penta driver, and he becomes the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. That's what this match was. It was to see who would be the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. It was a solid match, a good match between both guys. I didn't mind the finish. I didn't mind the fact that the original Grande Americano was hiding under the ring the whole time. Jimmy, any thoughts on this match, and where do we go from here?
Great match, first of all. And I don't want to elaborate too much on it because I know you don't have much time, Ray, but I guess we have Penta going up against Dom next. Is it the right time for Penta to become your new Intercontinental Champion? Me personally, I think it's time.
Yeah, I don't see why not, Ben.
Absolutely. Penta will be great as IC champ, and to have him cost, new Grande Americano the title is good, because that's the heat between them. Penta slides over and wins. That's doing business, as Al Snow would say. It does business for everybody. Storyline and making a guy with a title. So no doubt, Penta's got money written all over him. Just weird that Phoenix isn't doing anything to kind of back him up on stuff.
Does he look like he's got a boo-boo face or what? Every week he comes out, he doesn't look like he's happy at all.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you
weird.
agree?
It is weird. Sorry,
I don't know.
Ray?
With that whole situation, I think eventually they're going to bring those two together. I think it's almost
I
like
know Penta needs him though, man.
This is what I think, and I got to hear either of you guys about this opinion. I think they thought, and I'm thinking the WWE thought that the whole Penta craziness, like everybody, the fandom, the support for Penta would eventually kind of fade. People would get tired of him, and then they would bring the tag team together. But what's happening is that Penta is still fucking over. People still love Penta. It's not happening. So I think they originally brought his brother in to be a tag team once the whole Penta thing kind of slowly died down. But it hasn't died down. Just like
Plus,
LA
Phoenix
Knight.
has had big injuries too, so they might not want to put a lot of trust in him right now to be able to carry it. You know,
He is very injury prone for sure.
Well, his style's fucking insane. You know,
Right.
So body's only going to take so much for so long of that shit. But yeah, with him though, they fucked it up out of the gate, and it was really the lead in to the Grande Americano. What are Penta's two like signature moves that he's known for?
The Penta driver.
Yep.
And the arm breaker thing.
The arm breaker.
Right.
Now, what did they try and get banned?
The pile driver.
The Penta driver. That's not what you ban. You ban the arm breaker because it snaps guys' arms out. That's what should have been banned. That's what started Grande Americano, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole fucking thing with him. So if he was, you can't hit a Penta driver on everybody and then have it banned. Arm breaker, you definitely can. So when it comes back to it in a match and you catch it, you look at the crowd. Should I do it? Should I do it? They're all going to come up and go break his fucking arm at the end after you've not done it for 6 weeks because he had it banned, right? And you can have a whole crew of guys politicking. All you got to do is get the thing to put the sling to put their arm in backstage that he's breaking guys' arms left and right. I would way rather take a fucking arm breaker than a Penta driver and fucking whatever, because you're getting drilled on the top of your head. Those guys, if it's so dangerous, he's hitting them with it. The next week, those guys have a match.
I would have about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 guys with slings walking into Adam Pearce's office, 100%, all complaining at the same time.
Because if you're doing it off the other move, they all got to have ice things on their head and they're all concussed. So that means they're off the roster. Where this and a guy, you can do all kinds of funny shit. Hey, man, I'm sorry about that. Somebody punched him. Oh, right. They come to get him, duck one. He gets out of the way. They hit shoulders. Oh, there's tons of shit you can do. You can't do it with the Penta driver, which tells me fuckheads are in charge who don't understand the basics of wrestling. The whole thing was an arm snap, and it's that easy to do. And then when you ban it, it's made.
Well, to move on from this whole debauchery, we're going to get into more debauchery before we get into the main event of the evening. And folks, this is, oh man, what do the kids say? Cringe. We have AJ Lee. I'm not going to break down this whole conversation, but basically AJ Lee, and I think the artist said this in one of his comments here, it seems like her and CM Punk shared the same script because it was basically the same shit CM Punk was saying, but girl-wise.
Yeah.
And it was just her with, and I don't know what's happened to Becky Lynch over the last couple of weeks. I understand where her character is going. Her character is basically, for those that don't understand, she's basically Donald Trump. She's a female version of Donald Trump because Donald Trump says it. Everybody says it. Sports Illustrated says it. I'm Donald Trump. I'm the best president. Everybody says it. Everybody loves Donald Trump. And that's what this is. In my opinion, that's what Becky Lynch is. But she's been too overdramatic, almost goofy now.
She's going through a nervous breakdown too, Ray. It seems, as well.
She's gone from somebody who is self-absorbed to just a silly, zany, ridiculous character.
She's not going through any of that. She's a bullshit, shitty actress trying to fucking think this off the rails. Becky is going to be my phase now, and then we've got a 36-year-old dressed like a pedophile's fucking dream in there, like. This whole thing is cringe. Their acting is terrible. Their delivery is fucking god awful. Just because AJ Lee goes like this with her head, thinks that fucking makes it right, dude. I saw these things when I was in high school. doing theater, bro. And these are the girls, because they're on stage with a phony ass belt. Their arms look like toothpicks. Like they couldn't fight anybody in my hometown. Any farm girl would kick the fuck out of both of them at the same time, bro. Like there's no way to live vicariously through them. It's embarrassing to watch. If anybody comes in the room while either of them are on screen delivering any message, you're like, I know wrestling sucks. Like they're abhorrently bad. They're married to top guys, so no one can say shit to them in the locker room. So they think they're up here when really they're the worst thing in WWE.
Well, Jimmy, the segment goes off with a mic drop, and who does the mic drop? It is the one and only Becky Lynch, who says, "I don't fight in Memphis." And that's the way this goes on.
You know what? The writers of this segment should all be fired as well. Anybody who produced that. And last week's was so bad with the breakdown so fucking laugh. Did they not watch any of their shit? Because they doubled down on how bad they sucked this week instead of course correcting and working on some actual character on how would a human really react if they're breaking down? What would my character truly do, as opposed to this? It looks like little kids on an elementary school playground reenacting wrestling from Monday, except it's in the ring on Monday.
Well, speaking of problems, because this was definitely a problem, Adam Pearce is backstage with the Vision. We got Austin Theory, who's pissed off because, his brother got attacked, his brother being Logan Paul, so on and so forth. And Bronson Reed says, you know what, there's a problem, and I'm a problem solver. We move on. We get Javon Evans warming up backstage. We go back from the AJ Lee hype reel. We get commentary for SmackDown. We get a hype reel for the main event. And Javon Evans, Gunther, and everybody else makes their entrance. So it's Dominik, Mysterio, Gunther, and Javon Evans. And this match was the shiznit, bro. I got to tell you something. Javon Evans goes over, hitting the OG cutter. I still don't know how this kid hits it so well. The partner has to work along with him. But, man, we have about 10 minutes to talk about this. Ben, I'll go with Ben, then Jimmy. Your thoughts on this match, the psychology of this match, anything you want to break down before we get out of here? Javon Evans is going to the Elimination Chamber. What do you think? Either one.
Oh, I thought this was A+, bro. I'm shocked at Javon Evans. You got to get better by work. You only get better by working with guys better than you. So they put him in deep water 2 weeks in a row. With the luchas, sure, he delivered physically, but here I was watching the small things. The way he registers and sells.
Can I ask a question real quick? I'm sorry. Does it look like he fit in?
Yes.
Okay.
More than fit in. He would, because a lot of times it'll look like they're leading a young guy, calling shit to him. Here's just a small example of what I mean. Gunther's got him in the choke. Fucking here comes the kick, duck move. Boom. Bip, off goes Gunther. He comes back and hits Dom with something or ducks one, but after he does that, he sells his neck from the choke before he gets his thing in, or he's down and he's coming up and selling. I've watched so many matches with these NXT kids, even on SmackDown, where they work great arm heat or something, 2-3 minutes in, and then it's gone for a spot fest. Their arm doesn't hurt anymore, nothing. They forget about it. That's terrible work. Terrible spot wrestling and terrible agenting. This kid has the mentality naturally of how this shit works of an 8 to 10 year pro at 21 years old. It's almost unheard of.
That's
and
crazy.
Whatever it is with the Mr. Bojangles stuff, that's the heat that people want to get pissed about. Take it at face value. He doesn't need to be shucking and jiving like fucking New Day just because he's got dreads like Kofi and he's got crazy hops and we don't need him doing the Running Man and fucking drinking Kool-Aid. He is just good enough as a wrestler at 21 years old as a prodigy. Doesn't matter what the fuck color he is. He's a prodigy.
That's it.
And that's how you get him going forward, because every race in the world has prodigies, whether it's a Japanese piano player, fucking, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like when you see talent, he's got it. And it's amazing to see him at that level at 21. And he hung with Gunther. They protected Gunther with the run-in, with the belt. Al Snow, this felt like Al Snow crafted it to me because it did business for everybody while protecting everybody. And to have Javon go over, WWE fans are so conditioned they wouldn't have thought that before. It's just the fact that he's in the match with these guys.
That's what I thought.
He got elevated. No, they did the right business. They took the A path. They did the right choice, and everybody delivered. We had the slimy little heel with the hammer. We had the smash mouth fucking guy German, like to just do chokes and get chops in, and the high flyer. It's not easy to put those 3 ingredients in a blender and get something tasty out of it. Those guys nailed it. And I was just happy to watch that, to be able to come on to shows today and say those things of how impressed I was with that match and how much business got done. Everybody got over. He got made. Gunther got protected. But it pisses me off that we have that segment and then the rest of the show.
Right.
The rest of the shows are shit. And we have to wait for that one thing. That should be the standard for everything on the show.
Well, listen, Ben is alluding to the fact that, yes, Dominik Mysterio was trying to use the ring bell hammer, and then we did have Dragon Lee jump in over the barricade using the bell. I mean, he jumped into the air, hit Gunther with a bell. That's going to knock anybody out. Now, Jimmy, I'm going to ask you a question.
You know what pissed me off about that spot?
What's that?
He should have, and it's not always a good thing to do to wear your rings in the fucking ring, but sometimes I will forget to take mine off. But then I start leaving it on, because when you do shoot reverse and go into the pole on the outside, I can get my hand up and the fucking ring
Oh, the
goes
ting.
cling. If he would have had his ring on and got it and went ting, it fucking would have got him. That was the one thing I looked at afterwards. He did it, but you don't want to take somebody's tooth out with your wedding ring. But if I had that spot planned, I would have left it on, knowing that was coming there for the detail.
So the question I'm going to ask you, Jimmy, is Gunther now, right? So now Javon Evans is in this Elimination Chamber. So what do you see for Gunther now? Now Gunther's out. Gunther's not getting that championship match. So where does Gunther go from here as we close the show out?
Well, he's obviously going to blame Dragon Lee for what happened. So he's going to go after him. But if it was up to me, I'd have him angry and just take out everybody at this point for not being one of the contenders for the championship. Just be totally angry. Like, just be a dick. Anyone that just comes up to him, choke him out. Just blame everybody for being in this position. The thing that worries me about Javon, though, and, he's no Kofi, but I feel like he's in the Elimination Chamber for the Kofi spots, though, guys. For him to do that, the miraculous shit in the cage, and that's what really, really worries me. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about with Javon.
Seth Rollins, he's in the box, by the way. So here's the deal. Next week, they're going to do Ben and Jimmy. They're going to do an AJ Styles fucking appreciation. Will AJ Styles be there? Maybe.
Oh, yeah. You thinking what I'm thinking you're thinking?
Of course. So Gunther being out of the Elimination Chamber is going to need something for WrestleMania. And I am that guy that does not believe that AJ Styles was going to go out the way he went out. I think they are going to bring him back. Ben, how, and we're going to sign off with this, how are they bringing him back to face Gunther one more time at WrestleMania to get an actual, real, legit send-off? How do we do this, and do you think that's where they're going with this?
It's interesting because the heat's with Dragon Lee, right? Like, did he whatever
that's
he did?
His boy. Dragon Lee's his AJ Styles' boy. Remember, they were tag team champions together.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So he'll get the beating on him, and that is what will draw AJ back out. Yeah, you beat the fuck out of him 2 weeks in a row, and the second week you do it to a point that's way egregious. So there's no choice but to put the pistols back on and come out and sling guns one more time.
Right, I'd rip the mask even halfway, like where you sort of see his face.
I don't hate that, but we're doing the Grande Americano thing, so I wouldn't fuck with masks here.
You're right.
We got to keep the mask up. All right. Well, listen, this is one hell of a show this week. I'm happy, Ben, that you actually came on and hung out with us. You can come on next week, because next week, Ben, is the finale of I Like It Raw. There is no more I Like It Raw. Like I said, it will be this week in WWE with Jimmy and RBV. Again, I will be doing one show a week with the Next Level Wrestling Review. Again, I will be producing here. I'm not going anywhere, and I'll jump in here and there. But with that being said, Ben, I'm gonna ask you to put over, pontificate whatever you would like to put over. Sell your weed, brother. To put over your fucking your cool hat and your T-shirt, whatever else you got going on, and show us those guns, brother. Let's see what we got there. Look at that. Look at that. All right, now pull your pants off. Let's see what you got packing there.
Yeah, no? Man, always on brand at Ravens Joint. And appreciate you guys subscribing. Patreon.com/Hamin Media Group. And I know Hitting the Marks is coming back with Jargo, so excited about that. Excited about the conglomeration of these shows. I've got some cool stuff coming up that I'm getting in the can with people from my past, some authors, pro mountain bikers, and some other people that should be pretty inspirational. So love seeing the chat interact here, man, all the time on HMG channels, whether it's mine, Ben Hamin channel, or Hamin Media Group on YouTube if you're catching us live. But we appreciate you subscribing to keep everything flowing here, man. Got to keep the bills paid. And you guys do that because it's listener funded. And it's your community, so we take it as far as we can. But y'all, man, smoke weed every day and have a good time. Don't let all the craziness and the headlines affect you too much. We hope you escaped with the sultry voice of Big Ray all day, Jimmy T, and Hacker Hamin. Now give me that ass. I'm going to molest you like Michael Jordan.
Yeah, pal. All right, don't go anywhere yet, Ben. Before we close out, stay on with me 1 minute after the show.
Sure, man.
Jimmy, what you got going on, brother?
Well, like Ben said, actually, Ben has been on with us actually quite a bit this week. Go check out the Smack Attack, as a matter of fact, because not only is it me and Rick, but also Ben himself also joins us on the Smack Attack, which I believe is on the Patreon side of things right now. Also, check out The Wreckage with myself and the Vet, where we talk all things AEW. And, and also Insanity, our new show with myself and Whoople Brandon, where we talk JCW Lunacy every week, Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Look out for that. So, yeah, that's about it from me, man. That's a wrap.
Wow, great stuff, man. Thank you for being on all those shows. Really appreciate it, Jimmy.
Well, do not forget, we have right now on Patreon. You head over there right now. You can watch the Impact Attack, ladies and gentlemen, with Brandon the Vet. And, of course, we got the Monday Locker Room, ladies and gentlemen. We have our affiliate shows, our friends, our family. We have Limpin' Ain't Easy with Timmy Baltimore. We have Wrestling with Rip Rogers, and of course the Stevie Richards Show. And don't forget another affiliate show, a good friend of mine, my sister from another mister. We have April Hunter. Yeah, she does some stuff with us too. The beautiful April Hunter. Thank you so much for being. And this week, the Pro Wrestling Reflection is finally back after a 2-week hiatus. The professor has flown back from edifying the ladies over on the West Coast in California. And ladies and gentlemen, this week, what if Kurt Hennig was the WWF World Heavyweight Champion? What if he won that title? Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to tune in this week. Maybe it'll be up Wednesday. It'll definitely be up on Patreon. It'll be up on my Twitter. It'll be up everywhere because that is the best old school wrestling podcast in the world today with Tommy Wonder and the Professor.
Doesn't need it. Belts are for guys who can't get over with character. And guys like him and Roddy Piper never needed more than a pre-tape, my guy. Once the guy hit a fucking baseball and caught it in the outfield, no belt needed, my dog. No belt needed.
With that being said, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is me and the Vet, and we are breaking down NXT, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's the Next Level Wrestling Review NXT Review Show. Join us live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow with me and the Vet. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I always say I would do this for a living, but if I couldn't, I'd do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. And in the words of the great Bill Apter, we will see you at the matches, and we'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow. Ben, stick around. Jimmy, stick around for 1 more minute, and we are out of here. Peace out, folks.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I usually have the gimmick here with Rip Rogers, but I actually forgot to hook up my iPad. So. Yeah, this is Rip Rogers, and you're listening to the Hamin Media Group.
Rip Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hamin Media Group. That's Ben Hamin Media Group from Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.